What's going on, everybody? Jonathan here. If you're new to the channel, then welcome. I do app reviews and I keep you up to date on all of the latest technology and apps that you might want to check out. So if you love technology and you want to be in the know, make sure that you subscribe to this channel and get all of the latest reviews. So I was scrolling down my YouTube feed the other day and I pulled up this new video. There was an ad on it, so I started to watch it and Shaq popped up. So obviously I got to stay a while, and Shaq is telling me that I need to download this new Neighbors app by Ring. So I decided to check it out because Shaq has never led me astray. So I gotta listen to what Shaq says. If Shaq says to download it, I'm gonna do it. So I went over to the App Store, got the app, it was completely free. And side note here, I'm not sponsored by Ring or Neighbors. This isn't a paid promotion. This is just me checking out a cool app. They have Shaq to do all the sponsored ads, so why would they need me for that? But I downloaded the app. It was really quite easy to download. The setup process was easy. I put in some quick information and then I gave them my address. They actually just automatically found that with the GPS. And then it pulled up a list of all of the crimes happening in my neighborhood. And it was cool. It was like all of a sudden I had joined this neighborhood watch group and we were banding together to fight crime and stop things from happening. And this is good because my neighborhood isn't full of crime, but there definitely is crime. And a little bit of background, I moved into my house. I bought this house about 2 years ago, and a terrible crime actually happened right after I moved in. Not gonna go into the details, but it was really bad. So it definitely makes sense to keep an eye open. I definitely lock my doors, but I don't use any apps or home security. I don't have a Ring installed. So it makes sense for me to take a little precaution. So in this video, I'm gonna show you guys all of the cool features that the app has. And then I'm gonna give you a realistic perspective on the app because obviously the app is free, but they are trying to make money off of you. So I'm gonna show you guys how they do that. But let's dive back into the features. So I have this cool list of all the crimes that are happening in my neighborhood. And then if I wanna click on the little map button, it shows me a map view. And this is just like an eagle eye view of everything that's happening in my neighborhood. And so, I get to be, one of the Crime Stoppers, part of the team. I get to see all of these videos. I guess people have the Ring doorbells set up around their houses. So when somebody comes snooping around and trying to steal something or trying to break in, they record it, post it to the app, and we're notified live. So let's look around here. As you can see, a crime happened about an hour ago. So this is a really live update. This guy's around in the neighborhood somewhere, and apparently he stole a pair of shoes right off the front porch. So this guy is clearly a stone cold thief. I mean, he'll steal right in front of the Ring doorbell. He knows it's there. People know what they look like. He does not care. He's on the loose. He's stealing shoes, and he could be doing worse. In all seriousness, some people take shoes because that's what's available, but he could be trying to break in. He could be looking around in these houses, seeing what there is to offer, and potentially breaking into other places. So I've been notified of this. I know what the guy looks like because I've seen the video footage of him in the app, and I could clearly report him if he were to walk by my house or I were to see him the next day. So this is all good information for me to have. Now, if I go back to this list feed, I can see all of the crimes that have been happening and read some comments from the neighbors. All of the neighbors' names have been disguised, so they're just neighbor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So I'm not, seeing anything personal, which is good because I don't need to know someone's name for them to be helpful. And sometimes people make mistakes. We don't need anyone, harassing other neighbors for calling someone out on theft when maybe it was just a neighbor, stopping by to say hi. So mistakes do happen, and obviously this is a good feature to have. So if something happens in your neighborhood, a crime happens, and you want to report it, then you can go ahead and hit that new alert button in the Neighbors app. Before you can report the crime, you have to quickly accept the terms and conditions. Basically, if this is an emergency, call the authorities first. You shouldn't be updating neighbors before you call 911. Once you've agreed to these, you can go ahead and report that crime. Now, if you do have video footage, like let's say you have a Ring, you can upload it there. You can also just add some text in the description and let people know exactly what was happening. And that way you can help your neighbors just be on the lookout and be safe too. Because if something happened and you saw it, then there's a good chance that it could happen again later. So this is a really useful feature. And if you're gonna be using the app, then you definitely wanna be an active member of the community. So I mentioned earlier that the app is making money. It's a free app, but they are profiting off of it. And they couldn't just be giving it away for free and paying Shaq to do this advertisement because Shaq's not cheap, guys. I mean, it's not easy to get an ad from Shaq. So how the app makes money is by upselling you on other Ring products. So doorbells, all the other offerings they have to keep your home safe. They think that if you join this network and you see all the cool features that Ring is offering, it's really just a nonstop advertisement for their products, because I log in and I see someone snooping through houses and realize that if I'm out at work and I'm not around, that this person is literally like less than a mile away from my house. So without, having footage of this guy, without having a Ring doorbell app installed, then he could be doing this to my house and I would have no idea. It's a very smart advertising tactic on Ring's part, and honestly can't be mad at them because they are a business. They're providing a nice service here for free that I can access without paying anything. But there is the potential that I do buy something else from them later on.